Okay, so I'm going to talk about summations, aka sigma notation. So this funny looking symbol here that kind of looks like a capital E that was smushed in from the side, this is a Greek letter sigma. And since sigma is a stand-in for the letter S, it means sum. So let's just explain what these parts are. So we have, so we're going to add up a bunch of stuff. So that's what the sigma means. And this down here is your lower bound. It tells you where you're going to start. This N here, it could be any letter. Sometimes it's I, it could be J, it could be K, it could be whatever. Okay, it's just a dummy variable. And then to the right of it, it tells you where you're going to start plugging in. And here at the top is when you're going to stop plugging in. That's your upper bound. And then right here in front of the sigma, that's the formula that you're going to plug into each time to get all of your terms. And then the sigma says, add them up. Let's try it out. So I have, so notice I said we could have, this is a dummy variable. So we're starting at 1. We're plugging in until we get 4. So if you're like, well, how do I know which numbers are plugging in? We're plugging in integers. Okay, the integers from 1, starting at 1, all the way up to 4. And this is the formula I'm going to plug them into. So first, I'm going to plug in 1 for J. And when I plug in 1 for J, it goes 1 plus 2. After 1, well, what comes after 1? Then I have to plug in 2. Okay, so this is my first term. This is my second term. So I plug in 2 into this formula, 2 plus 2. And then I'm going to add that to plugging in 3. So a sub 3, I would do 3 plus 2, which would be 5. All the way up until I hit 4. Because remember, this is where you start. You start at 1. And you stop when you get to 4. And that's a sub 4. You add all those mamma jammas up, and you get 18. Okay, is there a way to do this in the calculator? Absolutely. But let's do it by hand first, because what if there's a variable? Okay, so here, our start, we're going to start at 4, and then we're going to end at 7. And this is the formula that we're going to plug into, 2 times A. So first I'm going to plug in 4 in for A, and that's a sub 1, which is 8. And I'm going to add that to, well, what comes after 4 that I have to plug in 5. And that's a sub 2, which is technically 10. And then after 5 is 6. I plug in 6 for A. 6 times 2 is 12. That's a sub 3. And then I'm going to add that to plugging in 7. That's a sub 4, which is technically 14. So I'm adding 8 plus 10 plus 12 plus 14, and I end up with 44. One more game. Here's another one. Okay, so this time I am starting at 0, and I'm going to end at 4. So I'm going to go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the numbers I'm going to plug in for n, and I'm going to add them up. So first I plug in 0. 2 to the 0 is 1, so I have 1 plus 0.5, that's 1.5. Then I'm going to add that to my second term. So after 0, I have to plug in 1. So 2 to the first plus 0.5, well, that's 2.5. That's my second term. Then I have to go up to 2. So 2 squared, that's 4, plus 0.5, that's 4.5. That's a sub 3, my third term. My fourth term, a sub 4, I plug in 3. 2 to the third is 8 plus 0.5, that's 8.5. And last value I'm going to plug in for n is 4. So that's a sub 5. So 2 to the fourth, which is 16 plus 5, that's 16.5. And I'm going to add all those up, and we end up with 33.5. Now, in a second, I'm going to show you how to enter this in the calculator. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to show you how to do this on a TI-84. So I'm going to do the first one using the calculator. So you want to hit the math button, and you stay in the math menu, and you're going to scroll down until you see summation, and you'll see that lovely sigma symbol pop up. There it is, option 0. So now that I know it's option 0, I could just hit 0 once I get to that math menu, but whatever. Anyway, so here I'm going to enter my variable. So we're just going to leave it as x. I'm going to enter my start exactly as it appears right here. So my start is 1. Okay, and the top, my upper bound is 4. And then in here I have to enter the formula, which is x plus 2. And then I hit enter, and I get the exact same thing that I got doing it by hand. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do the last one for fun. Okay, we go to math, and now that I know that it's option 0, I could just hit 0. My variable is x, and my lower bound is 0. My upper bound is 4. And then in here I enter the equation, which is 0.5 plus 2 to the x. And I hit enter, and I get 33.5. So maybe you're wondering, why would I bother doing this by hand if I could just do this in the calculator? Well, you enter this scenario here. So my lower bound is 1, my upper bound is 3, and there's the formula that I'm going to plug into. So if I let I equal 1, then it's going to be 2 times a to the first plus 1, right? And then if I let I equal 2, because I have to go all the way up to 3, it's going to be 2 times a squared plus 2. And then I'm approaching my lower bound, which is letting I equal 3. Then I'm going to have 2 times a to the third plus 3. So notice that there's a variable in my answer. So the only thing that I can do now is clean this up. So I have like terms here. Okay, so 3 plus 2 plus 1, that's 6. And then, actually, let me put that off to the end. So I have, let me just put it in descending order. So I have 2a cubed plus 2a squared plus 2a plus 6. Calculator's not going to do that for you, at least not one that doesn't do symbolic manipulation. And that's why you should know how to do it by hand.